Alright, so notifications is basically done. So here you get to see the number of notifications that are waiting. So we have 50 right now. Let's go click over here to go notification page. So you see these up here, the numbers on these hearts. They're all in context with this one. So there's something called React Context, which basically like is a box that you store or state or where something was at, like what the value was at to keep track of it. So this has the total of all three, and it also stores the three individual values. The three individual values go here when this page loads. And as you can see, this one disappeared because I have it set up where after the data has loaded, it will then wait a few seconds, and then after that period ends for the timer, then it will go ahead and get rid of the number here. So as far as it sees, like the person had saw all the notifications that they missed. So I have it start at names because that's going to be the most common notification. These are three different SWR calls. So one for names, descriptions, thanks. So three different calls to the database. And what this does, it lets me load pages at a time. And here you can see that I have it fade as you see one of the unread notifications. So you know, oh, that's also unread. So go down here. Let's click load more. Then we get, this is the second page now. That's the joy of SWR. We can break up the data in pages. If someone has hundreds of notifications, their poor browser won't cry. And not sure if you noticed, but these two weren't lit up because these two were red. So I tested to make sure that it was working, that it was putting the unread notifications first and the read after. And then within those, we want the newest to oldest. So for this, that worked out. So these two are just 1 day ago. You see this are 2 days ago. So the unread are at the end. Click load more and it tells you, hey, there's no more content here. Let's go to the top. But if they still want to see more, they can do recheck. I do have a timer, so this app will be free. I'm trying to reduce the unnecessary API calls, so if someone's really anxious to see they got more notifications, this is going to limit them a little bit. Another thing is if I reload the page, it's in local storage. So even if I reload it, and let's go quickly through here. You can see it'll still remember. A smart dev like you lovely folks will know how to turn that off, but the average user that's on this site won't, so that's just a way trying to discourage too much heavy API use. Description, same thing, it's just less there. It already knows that we're at the end, it was only 2. Same thing with this, and you can see they're all individual at different times, because these are all individual components. Well, the same component, but used for different ones, because it's just all the same logic. There's thanks over here. See, this is a little loading indicator here. When it's loaded, this is disabled. And there we go, so we just had the one there. Alright. If I reload the page, you can see it won't remember what was read. I intentionally had turned off that unread logic, so that way if I need to keep recording this multiple times, I don't have to deal with manually moving them to read or giving new notifications. So that's the only thing that's left for it, but yeah, there we go. Alright, so I turned back on the unread logic. As you can see here, the first one does work. So let's see if it works the last one too. So this logic is saying when something is unread, we're going to go move it to read. So once this number disappears, at the same time, it's going to be updating the database saying like, hey, this data is now unread. So since the names already got marked as unread, you see all of these, none of them are highlighting anymore because they have now all been read. And so there's descriptions. So those two were unread. This one was always read, so that one, that's why it doesn't have a 1, because it started off as unread. Now if we refresh the page, they got it from the database, so it already knows, okay, there's no new notifications, there's no number here. So notification is now all set up. Woohoo!